Leave all the negativity behind. This is a no stress zone.
When it's cold outside, you hold me tight, just my type, you know me. When it's cold outside, you bless me, anything, everything, never stress me.
Welcome to Pisces TV with Dr. MB. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign. Okay? So whether it be a pick a card, a general reading, love, career, finances, it's for you, and my readings are timeless. If it doesn't resonate with you, check other signs in your chart. Make sure you check out my other videos. If it does resonate, subscribe and thumb me up. Okay, I like those. Leave comments. Make sure you share with your friends. Join us online on Facebook TV as well if you hadn't already. I'm on Instagram as @DrMBTV. And in the description box, you'll find a lot of information on how to reach me. If you need personal readings, check the community board also for specials. I do specialize in spell reversals, distant Reiki, tarot training, life coaching, and much, much more. Let's get started. Alright, Pisces, this is going to be a finance reading, general reading for the collective regarding finances. Not so much career, just like money, right? Can also bring up career, health, relationships, or whatever, but we'll just focus on money. So I did a shuffle and these two popped out, so I'm going to take them. It's like 3, and we'll go ahead and get started. Now, tomorrow is November 3rd, or rather today, so if you would like to use this as a daily vibe, that is fine. However, whenever this video stumbles upon you, cool. So, first out, we have the dolphin, okay? And she's pregnant, okay? So that's abundance. This is happiness. So I feel that you guys are working to create something. It also says a lot, water sign, about harmony in your emotions, maybe affecting your finances. Now, with this number 6, we have, because 4 and 2 is 6, we have 36, okay? And then I just saw 111. So 3, and then there's 9 here, right? And 3 3 is 9. So, you know, I like to make stuff work. But they're in the same ocean, right? So this purpose, your purpose, has to be in the same ocean with happiness. So whoever this video is resonating with, for sure, your life purpose involves happiness. So it has to be something that you're happy about, or being a service to others, right? Because that's happiness. So all in all, the overall foundation is going to be happiness and purpose. Now, some of you guys are going into something blind, or you went into something blind, okay? And maybe you had to go about it a different way. And that's funny that I was just talking about this dragonfly in one of the intuitive messages, and I just saw 222. But you may want to check that video out. But I see this card represents beauty. She's blindfolded in water, like Temperance or the Star, right? And we have these little bubbles, right? And the swan eating it. So, like, who wants to eat air, right? That's like nothing. But that's not for me to judge, because obviously this swan fucking loves it, okay? And then we have this, I don't even know what this one is. This is a whole, oh no, it's a dragonfly. So here's one in yellow and here's one in red. And the dragonflies looking are really trying to figure out why the fuck a blind lady is feeding a swan air. That's what I feel. from the past. So I think that you may have went into something blindly, right? This is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So maybe your dream or something about career purpose and finance, it's something that you don't have all of the answers to just yet, but you're willing to take a leap of faith. It's something that other people may not understand, okay? And it says to keep going, because if you can sell a swan, an air bubble, you can do any fucking thing. Now, some of you guys must have a fucking swan as a spirit animal. Even though this is the red crane, it looks like a swan, but I think they just wanted to be together in this reading. So we have 20 and 29. So any leap year babies in here too, 29. But I have the red crowned crane. And as you can see, it's like the moon. It's this background. It's the mountains. It's the water. It's everything. It's even a little town down here. You see that? And it's like she's being swept off of her feet and her heads are in the clouds, trusting that this damn bird is going to take her where she needs to be. This card represents loyalty, being attached to an idea and like seeing it through, keeping your word, right? So the swan and this red crown crane tells me that maybe some of you were unhappy because you have spent money or given money in certain directions that didn't prove to satisfy your trust. Maybe you blindly trusting. Look, she's blind, trusting. Maybe somebody sold you some air. Okay, somebody sold you a dream. Or this is representing your dream. You selling your own self a dream. Sitting wherever you are every day, not enjoying abundance as you should because it's a natural birthright. So I think grounding is important, and also your connection. Spirit is wanting, and I just saw 555. Spirit wants you to know that you co-create your abundance. And so the spiders speaks to creation as well as life purpose, especially the tarantula. And then so here's the life purpose, and she's reaching for it. And they all are one, okay? Because this tarantula is in the same web as she is, but she's still reaching for it. So maybe some of you hadn't trusted or didn't trust yourselves when it came to money, or maybe you have had some bad situations when it comes to money, or no fucking clue at all with this going in at it blind, right? So now we have your immediate, because this is your concern and your fears. It's like with the tarantula being your fear, and most people fear spiders, like you are scared shitless about your next move or where money's going. Even if you're pretty good at holding it together, like you're not running around with a chicken with the head cut off, you still do. If anything else is of a concern to you, it's definitely your well-being and your future. So in the immediate future, I have equality, which is the seahorse. Now, this is also temperance, and I think you guys are doing very well to balance out the offers you go toward, right, which affect finances, right? Whether it's an offer given to you or an offer you're giving out, it came in reverse, and I'm gonna leave it in reverse. So for some of you, it's not balanced. For others of you, it's a thing of the past. Now, the thing of the past is this loyalty situation, which in Pisces general reading, the loyalty card was reversed. This time it's upright, and I have the equality in reverse. So like I said, things aren't equal or weren't equal, and you really were dedicated and diligent in whatever this is. Now, yep, see, what is this? The environmental factor of the shark and your happiness is either you or another just not being, I don't want to say not being serious, but it's just like responsibility. So it's like being asked to do something and not doing it, half-ass doing it. I'm still taken away by the swan and the red crown crane, okay? Because I know the crane is like, what are you signing up for? Is it authentic? Are you doing it? And then beauty is like, it's in the eye of the beholder, so it depends on who you ask, right? So it was just that energy alone just says a lot. And in both of these situations, this lady isn't using her eyes. So it's like she didn't see. And if she didn't see, and then this girl is looking directly at this tarantula trying to grab at it, but it's like, well, you don't have to grab at it because it's in the same net that you're in. You don't have to reach for it. Okay? So, now, responsibility. So you are responsible for yourself as well as others. So if this swan get mad and say, after the fact, you fed me air, and it's like, but you reached for the shit, you ate it. And then for the lady, it's like, you know, I was just sitting there playing in the water and you came and stole my air bubble. And it's like, how did I steal it when you put it out there like you was trying to feed me? So it's like depending on who you ask, okay, you may or may not have handled responsibilities properly. And the universe kind of took you through some things to get you back right when it comes to finances. Now, the environmental factor, bam, okay, is stability, which is the number 8. So we have these two, connection and stability, earth and water, 13 and 8, if that means anything to anybody. Now, the sea turtle, and it's more, see, when you get into the water, Pisces, it's like you're good. But all this other stuff that you had to go through, because money is earth energy, and we are water, right? So it's like fish out of water at some point it was. And the universe helped balance that out with this equality. So I'm just going to turn it back around. The universe balanced out how you move forward, the offers that you take, and your, you know, the seahorse can stand still and move in water. So you had to balance out your emotions, because it's like, if you see how she looking, if this how you feel and look, I'm almost certain, unless somebody has other underlying health issues or psychological issues, a person that's abundant and stable probably wouldn't just be kind of sitting there like that. I ain't sure he pull up like, hey, move, girl. And so that's the equality of, yep, stay still, sit back to figure things out, sit back to develop the plan, but let's go. And you have to balance your ideas with your let's go, okay? This could also speak to finances picking up because of your loyalty. And you have been responsible, or you have kept your word. Or the universe is just saying that because of your beautiful heart with this swan, you may have been a bit naive and sold a dream by somebody who was irresponsible. So that could be like working under somebody who took all the credit. That could be lending money out in relationships, in family matters. That could be the Mercat also speaks about cutting corners, right? Either way, it's being taught a lesson. So whatever this blind lady feeding this air bubble to this bird is with these dragonflies up here, because of that, you were taught a lesson, okay? So now in the environmental factor, like I said, she's reaching for this tarantula, but it's in the same web that she's in. So it's like, it's not going nowhere, baby. It's with you. And then crossing that or coming under that is stability with the seahorse. So once she figured that out, she began to work with the tarantula and the web to create, and then boom, maybe you're going to sleep a little better at night because it's sleeping like a baby. Sleep in your dreams, you making money. And this is abundance. This is creation, because all these little sea turtles are just being born, boop, 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 in your sleep making cash. Once you figure out that you don't have to reach for it. Now, what you wish for, oh wait, hold on, wait a minute. I think you were trying to prove a point, but ultimately the universe decided more water energy. And it's like y'all getting all water cards. The universe decided to transform something that you were probably being stubborn about with this shark. You were in the shark and the mermaid, okay? You were probably going in a direction and diligently, right? Or not. But with this transformation, something about your purpose or your direction changed with this stability. With this figuring out that this tarantula is in the web with you and you can co-create, it provides you with stability and what you wanted, which was to which was to transform whatever was going on to, and I think this is the koi fish, which I had in a reading that was like, there's always enough. And then there's this sea otter, right? And I think the otter came up. That's crazy, a whole nother deck. The otter came up as in You're Never Alone. So your tribe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, everybody, they're directing you toward this happiness, because the shark is about purpose, but also in just traditional understanding, the shark is very, precise with direction. So you are being led through a transformation in your finances, and the outcome is reciprocity. So this man, it's like it grows. You know when they say money don't grow on no tree? Look at this. Flowers and, well, what it said, the birds and the bees, but ain't no birds, but the flowers and the bees, and I don't want to be wrong, and this is the number 6, more harmony is how we started this video. But the overall outcome is happiness and reciprocity. So I will say that. And the story of what plants do for society and what bees do for society, and how they give back to each other, or feed off of each other, or teamwork, right? You and your money develops a relationship with your guidance, okay? And they guide you into the right directions through your own actions, intuitions, desires, and manifestations. You connect deeper and gain stability after transforming or changing your direction, and then boom. I think that's good. So in finances, it's like if you feel that you're off path, or when will your finances improve, this message that I'm giving, you all may resonate in different cycles, in different sections of it. So you will have peace, you will be grounded, you will be reliable. And I think that's either what had to transform in you, or the offers or partnerships that you accept, that you needed a stronger foundation, you needed peace, away from conflict. And see, being away from conflict, he over there chilling and the world's gone mad, right? And then with this armadillo, the hardness, right? And something about that sun shedding light, growing thicker skin, grounding yourself. And then we have the goat, okay? So you go from questioning loyalty and trust to being the goat, the reliable one that people can depend on. It all works out. So in your finances, Pisces, for November 3rd, or whenever this video crosses you, finding your happiness, letting your direction be led by your higher self at the least, or whoever your superiors are that you believe in, or God, letting them guide you blindly, right? and you are loyal and devoted, will change your direction. And then karma, I think some of you had to heal karma, because like I said, this mercat boy, he's something else, and he's small, but he kicked that hyena's ass in this story. So I think some of you may have had to complete some karma, and then after clearing that up, you see she on her last leg. Even though this card says connection, she on her last leg, baby. So maybe she had to touch that tarantula to get to boost her energy level up like a video game. So she touched it, and then maybe after touching it, she got connected with the web. Maybe some of you guys are gonna make money from the internet, and it's gonna provide you with stability. And transform how it's a shark and a mermaid, and now it's a koi fish and a sea otter, right? Because mermaids can be tricky. They be trying to trick them sailors into coming and stealing their shit, you know, or whatever. I heard some crazy stories about mermaids. And then we have the shark. The shark can also be pushy, and I mean, hell, they kill people. So you transformed your purpose. Whatever you thought your purpose was, you kind of changed your mind after an ass kicking. And now you're here listening to me tell you that that was the perfect alignment to move forward to abundance, and finances are on the way to improvement, and get rid of fear. This mercat taught this lady a lesson. Or you fear and she fucking don't. She just sitting out there dry with these air bubbles. You know, I'll never forget this card. Naked too, in the water, with a blindfold on. That's totally vulnerable. And then here we have the hyena, which is who the mercat taught a lesson in this story. And this was about, in this one, keeping his word or her word. In this one, it was about fear. And this is fear of the unknown, because I think the hyena is familiar with this. But this is like, huh? Or maybe even that transformation with the sea otter. Instead of cutting corners and trying to hit licks, you realize that you can do it the right way and still come up, right? And through that transformation, you are able to co-create with the universe, right? Through your heart. So make sure you guys are opening that heart chakra, asking your archangels and ascending masters to heal any blockages, especially in the heart. Well, all of them. Throat, heart, third eye. I mean, they all have significance. But in this situation, especially for manifesting, clear your heart. The frequency 528 I listen to sometimes when I meditate. That's good for heart. Keep your word. And if you find yourself kind of having to walk away from obligations, that means, and so you don't have to beat yourself up about not keeping your word, that means to just not overdo yourself, but to also be yourself and be authentic. That way you don't sign up for shit you don't want. And like I said, overall, your vibration actually affects your finances. So once you start being happy, and finances improve, and if you say, well, how can you be happy with shit going on and no money, to trust that the universe actually is going to take you somewhere and has your back. Or else, you know, stop watching YouTube videos. And if you don't trust the universe and you live within this universe, that don't sound, you know, that sounds pretty fucked up. Like the universe is the creator. Like, you know, God, I feel, is the connection of human beings to the universe. Like God is the supreme being, right? So that is, and whether that's your higher self or a religious deity, right? That's still the liaison between you and this whole existence. So not just this galaxy, but all the other galaxies that we'll never see because it ain't even enough time in life to get there, right? So if you don't trust that thing that is the controller of all, I think you may want to do some shadow work on trust. And if you don't trust the universe, then you probably don't have an absolutely ideal relationship with money. And if you think negatively when it comes to money, like, damn, this I always do when the rain it pours, da 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 da. Yeah, money feel that because it's a frequency. Oh, okay. So every time the word money come up, or when somebody sets a price for something, you want a discount or ain't got it, or if you frequently tell yourself, well, I'll do that when I get paid. See, all of that, unfortunately, is coming from a sense of lack and does need to be transformed because and if you feel like, oh, it's set up that way, to live paycheck to paycheck, it's not. That's a maze that not everyone lives in, so it's clear that it's optional. Okay, so if you want your finances to improve, you have to do something different because they can't just dry ass improve. There is a transformation here, especially in purpose and in trust and in loyalty and keeping your word and learning when to move and when to dream, or moving and dreaming at the same time, because stability is the factor. It is coming. You do win after this transformation. I hope that helped. Check the community board for any other updates and alerts that I have, and join us on Facebook at Pisces TV. Until next time, namaste.